When I step onto the stage, see the curtain raise, I'm a parent, I've got someone to play. All the crowd are in the seats.
Hi, my name is Riley Martin, and I've loved comedy from a very early age. But to equal out that love is a healthy fear of failing at it miserably. And a terrible stage fright I just can't seem to shake. But as a modern woman with all the advents of new technology at my fingertips, why not use them to make failure 100% impossible? I'm gonna use AI to generate me a stand-up set that's statistically impossible to be unfunny. And then I'm gonna go do it at a real open mic. This will be my first time doing stand-up in the real world. I hope it doesn't ruin it for me forever. I see no problems with this method.
Looking straight at me for an answer, they just get what they see. They applaud in the...
My stage fright got really bad after the pandemic, like when we went back to school.
Class, I hope you all studied for your test yesterday.
I just couldn't adjust, and I could never do any of the things that I used to do. Because I was in theater freshman year, and then sophomore year I did theater over Zoom, which was probably really good.
I'm sorry, guys. I thought you all knew. Friend Force is a team fight to the death.
Good, but then I started getting more into writing and making my own stuff. I'm so upset that this happened because of all our past. And I just couldn't do it. I would write it and I would think it was good and I'd be ready, and it just couldn't be done. This is my crowning achievement. I emceed our high school's improv show, and you would have thought that you were sending me into a pit of tanks with sharks that were gonna eat me. By the way, I had to prepare for it.
Martin. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Austin, Texas. And right now I'm currently working on
oh god, it was so dramatic for such a easy thing for someone to do, especially someone doing it voluntarily. I asked to do it and it just ruined my life for that week. I was so nervous and I was so scared, and I did it, but I would like to not have to go through the torturous process of preparing myself.
I would rather see you in your coffin than married to this low-life, vulgar creature. I know my son, and you will be...
So I'm thinking that doing this stand-up set that I don't have any ties to, where my only job will be to deliver it, will be Fear Factor, curing my fear, curing my stage fright, sending me into the pit with the sharks, exactly, and all. After this, I'll never be scared again, probably.
The ashes locking the door till the matinee.
So before I get into the actual stand-up set that I'm going to use for tonight, I want to talk about some weird things that I encountered when using ChatGPT to generate jokes at all. So the prompt I ended up using for the set that I'm doing tonight was write me a 5-minute stand-up set. But I messed around a little bit with what it would make jokes about and what it wouldn't make jokes about, and also can it imitate the style of certain comedians, or certain structures of jokes. And so I asked it to do some that were in the style of certain comedians. Here's a Steve Martin style one-liner. I like to keep a map of the United States in my car. It's useful for finding my way and reminding me that I have no sense of direction. So it's maybe funny if it was coming from a human, but it's definitely in the style of Steve Martin. It's very comedian-y comedians that make jokes about everyday life, which is what it ended up writing me the stand-up set about. So I'm guessing it just pulls from a lot of that stuff because it's very uncontroversial. I tried to make it tell some jokes about certain things that people joke about. So I asked it to tell me a joke about liberals. I spelled liberals wrong, and it says it aims to provide content that's respectful, and it just wouldn't do it. I asked it to tell me a joke about being Jewish, because I like to laugh about being Jewish, and the joke it told me about being Jewish was, why did the Jewish man bring a ladder to the bar? Because he heard drinks were on the house. Not very funny, and has nothing to do with being Jewish. Why did the gay man get kicked out of the bar? because he was caught giving too many shots of compliments. Here's another joke about women that it made. Why did the woman bring a ladder to the bar? Because she heard drinks were on the house. So I guess when you tell it to make jokes about specific people or like groups, it to be as uncontroversial as possible, it just takes a pretty mild, unfunny joke and it just tacks on whatever group that you tell it to make a joke about.
So I get to know the cast, though it doesn't last. I'm a pro, but I won't take it too far. Now I know I shouldn't get comfy on the set every time it all comes down in the end.
Wait, so are we propping?
No.
Oh.
I just need your reactions to something.
Honest reactions?
Honest.
Okay. And
My name is Andrew Solfstead. I'm 20 years old. I'm an actor.
And I'm Liberty Bell Dale. I am 19 years old and I'm a comedian.
Good stuff, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna read you guys some stand-up.
Oh.
This is stand-up Irish.
Okay.
Hey everyone, how's it going? So I've been thinking about life a lot lately, you know?
But it's good to know. It takes much more than just learning a script. You see, you gotta take the part.
Thank you all so much. You've been a fantastic audience.
Thank you.
Okay, can I ask you some questions about what you just heard?
Yes.
So, do you think I actually wrote it?
No.
No.
Good, because I didn't. I noticed that at some points throughout the set, you were laughing. Were you laughing because the jokes were funny?
No.
I was,
No.
to go along with the theme, I was laughing at how absurd they sounded.
I mean, I've heard so many of those jokes before.
Okay, like
So-
to a T or just like in essence?
Some of them to a T.
Well, which ones?
Grocery
The milk
store.
one.
Yeah.
The way that I was making those jokes.
You were making them. You didn't write them, but you
Yeah.
were still making them. Performing.
Yeah, any other just comments, general comments, concerns about the experience?
I'm concerned.
Make a better my lines on the spot, but I will always give what I got. I thought I was only acting, but I felt exactly like it was all for real. I sure didn't know it had so.
So we're on the way to the set, and I realized on the way here that the way that this set works, that there's a winner and then there's a loser. And I think the winner gets money, but the loser gets like a shot. So I hope I win. Yay! We're excited! We're gonna win! I'm gonna be so funny! Yay!
Put your hands together for Riley Martin. Come on.
Hey everyone, how's it going? So I've been thinking about life a lot lately, you know? And I've come to the conclusion that it's just one big absurdity parade. I mean, look around. We're living in a world where people put pineapple on pizza and people think it's normal. Madness, I tell you. But seriously, have you ever stopped to think about the little absurdities we just accept as part of everyday life? Why do we drive on the parkway and park in the driveway? And don't get me started on when people say heads up. One day being done. I recently had one of those moments where I questioned everything. I was at the grocery store standing in the milk section, and I realized there's like a million different types of milk. Oat milk, almond milk, soy milk. It's like the dairy aisle has become a milk-themed amusement park. I was half expecting to see a Ferris wheel made of lactose-free yogurt. Speaking of grocery stores, why is it that whenever you're in a hurry, you always get stuck behind the person trying to fund their retirement through savings on canned soup? But do you know what's even more absurd? Self-checkout machines. They're like little judgment robots criticizing you for not knowing the produce code for kale. Don't even think about buying alcohol. It's like they think I'm some sort of underage juice smuggler. And can we talk about technology for a second?
Yes.
We live in an age where we have the entire wealth of human knowledge at our fingertips, and what do we use it for? Memes and cat videos. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good cat video as much as the next guy, but sometimes I wonder if our ancestors would be proud or just really confused. But you know what's not absurd? The fact that we are all here tonight laughing together. It feels like sometimes in a world that has gone completely bananas, it is important to find moments of joy and connection. Thank you. You have been a great audience. Those jokes were written by a computer.
She's free! I'm not gonna sit here under the covers of my blanket and lie to you, but that genuinely went so much better than I was expecting. Like, I was literally expecting to get up there and have them all, like, throw things at me and just like, go medieval on me. But it was, like, fine. I mean, the jokes were definitely not funny, but I feel like something about the delivery made it obvious that I also didn't think they were funny, so I think that kind of saved it a little. But I don't know, so that gives me hope that maybe if I went up there and I did something that I wrote, where the delivery was pretty funny and also the jokes were funny, that it would go, like, 100 times better than that, which went pretty well. Overall, this experiment was a success, and I genuinely do feel a lot better about going up in front of people and performing, because if, like, that went fine, maybe something I actually work hard on and enjoy will be fine. So, there's something beautiful about, like, doing something like that, and